R.A. the Rugged Man and all them guys, you know, he does beats for them, Mellow Man, and he's a producer that's out there, and he's getting known more and more now, you know, and I'm like, fuck, well, but he says it specifically producer meticulous, you know, like
right.
He'll say it that he's a producer, not a rapper, not nothing else. So
you got it all right.
All right.
We're losing a lot of good info here.
I'm recording.
He's recording right away,
and we are broadcasting live. So
we did it right away. Are we we're up and ready to go now, or is there anything you want us to not say? Anything like or you can let us know exactly.
We're broadcasting. We're kind of broadcasting live right now. So if you don't want us talking about something, just go like this on the internet.
All right.
You got to talk into that mic like you like a dick, though.
All right.
So pull it closer.
Well, then he's not going to be really talking into that mic.
You might want to back it up.
just pretend.
Fuck that. I'm going to stay back a little
bit. All right. We'll say it's like a JJ. How's that?
All right.
Then we'll be right into it.
I'm right here.
Just a little bit of opening music
about my rap career, or you can ask me questions about my real life.
All right. Cool.
And we can see how they intertwine.
All right. So here we go.
Do you have those days when you flip through the dial and you just don't know what to listen to? That's right. Here at the Podcast Network, we say, fuck the radio. Listen to a fucking podcast already.
This is the
And we are putting our dicks into this week's Circle Jerk of a Conversation. I'm Irv.
I'm Ice. I'm Six.
I'm Chief.
And today we've got another guest that's been here before. Who are you?
Meticulous.
All right. And then a new guest today. The reason we got around the table on the Purple Podcast pad to Circle Jerk it is we got, I want to say, Trippie Trent. Is that the right name?
Yes, sir.
All right. Otherwise, I mean, if I just say Trent, is that all right?
Call me whatever you want.
Don't say that. Not on this show.
That's fucked up.
Because it will go that way.
Yes.
No.
Trent came by us through Six. Six, how did you come about Trent here?
Well, it was just passing through work. I work with, I can say it's your stepdad, right?
Yeah, that's my stepdad.
Leroy, he's a maintenance guy at the Point Brewery. And one day he came up and goes, you know, Meticulous and JP, huh? I go, oh, yeah. He says, we had him on our podcast. He goes, I didn't know you had a podcast. He says, I've got a stepson that's in the rap music and everything. He says, do you think you'd be able to get him on the show? I says, well, yeah. I says, we'll do what we can.
That's one of the things we really like doing on the show is promoting local talent and just in general, anybody that we can get in around the table, but mainly local people.
Yep.
You know.
So that's where that started. And
it's always fun to have more people with Circuit Jerk.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a room that's full.
Yeah.
We have to give shit to JP, though, for not showing up.
Yeah, that's the Jay slacking.
He's making too many pizzas.
Smoking too much bud.
Yeah. Maybe he's playing around with sausage at work or something.
I don't know.
That's awesome. Anyway, so Trent, what got you into what do you do? What type of music do you do? What do you sing? What is it that you are? Who are you?
Well, first off, I forgot to say thank you for letting me be on this podcast.
Yeah,
because I want to touch every part of the world. Like I want to shout out to Korea and shit. I want to shout out to Japan and shit. I'm trying to shout out to everywhere.
Well, thanks to some of our military listeners, you're getting that.
All right,
Oh, yeah, you're gonna get everywhere.
Thank you for.
How about Pakistan?
UK, Australia, you'll get a lot of different
How about
areas.
Pakistan?
Pakistan?
No, Pakistan.
Oh, Pakistan, that's right, Pakistan.
And everything. All those turban places.
Kyrgyzstan, whatever.
Everywhere. The jewel on your head, you too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're listening
just wanna
probably
say
in a
thank you,
cave.
though.
Maybe.
Oh no, you're welcome. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for showing up. It gives us something to talk about, because
Yeah.
Ice over there keeps forgetting to talk about shit.
Yeah,
So
right.
what was the question you asked? What was that one question you asked?
What is it you do? Tell us about yourself.
See, I started out just messing around. It was just me and my big brother, and we made a song. I was like maybe 10, 11, or 12. I don't really remember. 12 probably. And it was my first ever song I did, and it was called Hate. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, don't just keep going.
Let's go ahead. You can keep going.
Yeah.
I'm having problems with my phallic microphone.
All right. Well, it was crazy, but I don't know. That's when my dream really started. I mean, I'm 19 now. I've been doing this for 8 years.
8 years? Holy shit!
8 years. I mean, and I edited the song and we did our thing. I did a couple solo songs after that. They weren't that hot, but a lot of them really showed my potential. I've been making songs lately that really show my full potential. One that my mom just played for me this morning was one that I made when I was like 15 with my big brother, and it was actually produced by someone that lives here in Stevens Point. The beat was actually made by someone in Point. His name's Jordan Vandy. Just shout out to him. He killed that beat.
Okay.
So
Is that that rolling up song that you sent me, or is
Oh,
that some
no.
other different?
the Rolling Up song, that was like that was a different beat.
Okay.
I believe that's the song I have that you emailed me.
Yeah, that's what I sent you.
Yeah, me and my brother actually just got in the studio yesterday and cooked up something fresh. It was called it was part 2 of one of his other songs called Dank Man.
Yeah.
So it was Dank Man part 2. Right now he's only got it on SoundCloud, but I got it on my phone. And that one goes way harder than Rolling Up.
Rolling Up, yeah. There's a lot of
Rolling
your
Up is crazy though.
A lot of your music, is it more hip hop or is it rap? I mean, what type of
Hip hop, rap, but I don't just listen to hip hop, rap. I listen to country, rock, anything. I listen to calming Hawaiian music. I listen to,
Everybody listens to that Over the Rainbow song.
you know, and I don't want to just be a rapper. I want to be a clothing designer too. I want to be in this movement where we can decriminalize marijuana. Well, I don't want to call it marijuana. I want to call it cannabis.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. We're in that movement as well.
Oh yeah, we all want it to be legalized.
Yeah, seriously, the law is like really, I don't know what's going on here. Like, shouldn't they already have changed it?
I mean, there's a lot worse drugs out there than
Pharmaceuticals.
marijuana anyway.
That's who
You
stopped
got
us.
them off.
Yep.
Oh,
You got
that's
his
right.
mic off.
I turned it off because he was fucking with it.
I'm sorry.
But we don't want to hear it anyway.
Sorry, it's all better.
Yeah,
All
much
right.
better.
Yeah, and you said you started at a young age and stuff like that, man. What did you start using right away? Was it just you and a speaker? I mean, were you using boards? What were you doing?
That one Hate song I was talking about when I was 12, like, honestly, I can really tell you what we used. We were with my dad and my stepmom over in Appleton, and we ran across the room sale, and we grabbed this one microphone for $1. And it was like a
Yeah,
kid.
you got to start somewhere.
It was a
You know?
karaoke one. And like
Yeah.
we were just playing around like, dude, we're going to do this, dude. Because around that time, Young Jeezy was hot, you know, and we really looked up to Young Jeezy. So we got in the booth, we put the speaker right next to it so the beat will play into the microphone.
Mhm.
And then we'd go like this distance from it. And then it would record and it would just be one track. Just from the chop
Did you
straight.
use a one microphone?
One take. We just got in that bitch and fucking just boom. Just
Yeah.
one take.
Manny knows where you're coming
Oh, yeah.
from too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
He's-
how.
yeah, you
Me and my
guys.
brother and then me and JP started.
Yeah.
We just had a little boombox type deal.
Yeah,
I think you
With a
sent us.
mic in it.
Didn't you send us a picture? You finally found an image of that the turntable you guys were using, that little toy.
Oh no, that was like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a kid like messing with beats. Trying to make my own beats. But the boombox, we did two boomboxes. One boombox had a mic and tape in it and press record.
Yeah.
And we would sit right next to that mic in the boombox, and then we had another boombox playing the instrumental, you know, from
Right,
whatever
right.
I think
DJ
you did.
Shadow or whatever we were listening to back then.
I think it'd be really cool if you just maybe even you meticulous if you went out and did a whole album
Like that, probably.
based off
Yeah.
recording
Yeah.
off of that, just that being like old school. What would you call it though?
Old school.
Tape,
Yeah, old school.
Tape deck record
Or
album.
you
or-
go
Throwback music. You know, like,
retro retro.
Retro.
Vintage. You know, everybody, the hipsters are in the vintage right now, so
Yeah, those
get a big old market with that.
I was one thing that pissed me off. I went to a store that like 3 weeks ago, and I was buying something for. I think it was a gift bag. Yeah, I went to like the Dollar General store. I was buying a gift bag for a present, right? And I'm standing standing in the checkout line, getting ready to check out, and there's this old lady in front of me, and this girl that's checking her out was taking her sweet ass time, and I'm just sitting there, you know, and I wearing my other, you know, the hat that I normally wear, and she finally gets to check me out, and she starts talking about hipsters and how cool it is to have
because
a
of
beard,
the
and how
hat you were
cool it is to
wearing.
have the hats. And I'm looking at her, and I literally looked at her, and I go, "Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not a hipster, and I've been wearing hats and beards longer than they've been hipsters." So
That word's been out, huh?
Yeah, I crawled out of my mommy wearing a beard.
Right?
That's why
Basically,
she's
yeah.
interesting.
That's old school. Yeah, that's old school. Right?
Well, it's funny how people put they want to put labels to everything nowadays.
Yeah.
You know? And it gets confusing when you talk like hip hop and rap. I mean, to me, the music is very similar all the way around. I know that each category is different based upon how you guys do your music. But there's a lot of like naming going on for every fucking thing lately. It's like they want to put their mark on something.
If they don't have a label on it, it's not. People don't want it. Like the newer generation or whatever the case might be. You know, the ones following the trends and stuff. They don't want it if it ain't something they can, you know, put a title on or put something on and be like, I got swag or
Right.
you know whatever.
It's crazy because when I was in high school, I remember a lot of the kids, me and myself included, would refuse to wear anything with a label on it. No Nike, no Reebok, none of that crap. Because that was a big thing back then too. Is, you know, the Nike brands.
But it also had a big price tag that we got one behind it though too.
Remember
That's
when
why.
Vision Streetwear was a big thing back in the like early or late 80s and early 90s?
Are you talking about that hypothermic?
skater type wear?
Oh no, I've never.
It was almost like wearing Zubas, but it had Vision like right down the leg.
I thought you were talking
I had
about
a pair of those pants.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know how to ride a skateboard, but I had those pants.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about those hyper ones where you touch them or whatever and you turn colors.
It was just a brand name. Vision
Never seen those.
Streetwear.
I had a pair of pants. I had a pair of pants that way.
Yeah, I bet you it was hot around your crotch all the time.
It was a different color all the time. That's for sure.
You sported that white belt pretty good, didn't you?
Only when I was younger. Only when I was younger. But remember now, I'm
True
pretty
hipster
freaking
right
old
there.
here, guys.
True hipster right there. White
Yeah,
belt.
white belt,
Red
white
pants.
shoes. Hey, I was probably the first one to wear white belt, white shoes.
I started the whole thing.
Damn right.
I don't know.
Where the fuck is my royalties here?
Little Richard started the white belt. Don't give
Oh,
us
no.
all the credit.
Well, yeah, he's probably
White
a little
belt,
old.
white shoes.
He's what? He's probably 20 years older than I am.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
at
have to
least.
give it to him at least.
I'd say James Brown, but I went little
He's
Richie.
dead already. Don't worry about it.
It came back around when Vacation came out.
Yeah.
Now, Trent, do you like take songs, kind of like, you know, when Eminem came out, they were taking old like
Sampling.
80s sampling songs. That's it. It's sampling music, or do you build your own music and kind of
Oh,
get your own beats?
I love sample music. Like, that's crazy. Some of the hottest beats are actually sampled from songs I never even heard of. Songs that before I was born in this bitch, dude. Songs that are like, whoa, like some crazy shit. And I don't know who came up with it or what. These people making these beats are stupid, man. Like, they're throwing the samples in there and it's going hard. Like,
Man, there are some good songs back then that have a good beat and rhythm to it. And
There's
you
a
know,
lot
a lot
of-
of these people go, yeah, I mean, they came off that one rap song. And no, it came off a song like back in the 70s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You don't even realize it.
Well, but everything has like a 20 to 30 year comeback anyway,
Yeah,
cycle
full
anyway.
circle, yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, stuff that happened in the 60s or back in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, things in the 70s are coming back today.
no.
And they're
know?
vintage.
And
That's when they're-
exactly.
They put the vintage title on it to sell it. You
Right,
know?
right, yeah. So, I mean,
a lot of crazy ones are the old Queen songs.
Oh, yeah,
People
yeah.
pick up the beginning beats of the
Like,
Queen.
Let's go
like-
Vanilla Ice.
like Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
were
Cold
way
as
ahead
Ice.
of their
Yeah.
I
time.
just added one more beat in there, right?
you know, Cold as Ice.
What?
Cold song, Cold as Ice. Cold as Ice.
Cold as Ice.
Border.
Yeah.
They do that a lot with beats, and those always go hard.
Yeah.
Seriously, like this one, I don't really mess with radio music, but this one dude, Mike Posner, he killed this one song called "In My Zone."
What was it based off of? Do you know?
I don't know. It was just he killed the hook though.
Yeah, Mike Posner was a good voice.
But there's got to be there's something to it though, like being able to take an older song, finding the beat that's in it, dropping everything else out, and then using it in your own music and trying to add the lyrics.
Some of them don't even change it up; they just make it hit harder.
Yeah, there's
You know, make
another
the
one.
bass and all the percussion hit harder.
There's a newer one that came out. and they're singing to the beat of the old original song,
Right.
but then they only throw in a small
portion,
sample
yeah.
of the song, and I can't remember. I don't look into those
Well,
things
that's
right away, but
that's that one. Was it with the Munsters?
yeah, that's
Oh
the one.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
another one.
Uma
Yeah.
Thurman. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one. I like that one. I really do like that one.
But that's not the Uma Thurman we're thinking of, is it?
No, not the long, not the long
That's what-
hands. Yeah, no.
Ethan Hawke.
Dance like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What was that?
dances like Uma Thurman.
Dances
Yeah,
like
Dance
Uma
Like
Thurman.
Uma.
Yeah, yeah.
Little
there
Pulp
you go.
Fiction reaction going on.
So we're getting old schooled over here by the old school man in the corner.
A lot of sampling. A lot of sampling going on.
Well, in some people throw that argument out there, like, well, aren't they original? Don't they have anything of their own to come up with? You know, and
In
it's
a way,
gotta be hard.
It's still an art form.
Yes.
It's still not just
I
not
mean-
anybody can just do it. You know, it
Mhm.
takes some kind of knowledge on how to
Well, you
you know,
gotta like that
arrange
beat
or
too. You
whatever.
gotta have something in your head that you're
Yeah.
making.
But I
You
mean,
know where you want to go with it.
Yeah, I don't knock it. I just don't ever
I've got-
rap over the beats. I never go out and find a producer to create one, or I don't sample myself. But you know, when you think about it, everything, if you're doing electronically or digitally, like on a computer, you got a DAW or whatever, you're still creating a sample based beat, because the hi-hat's not original. It's not coming from the sound of an actual drum set,
Mhm.
you know, or
yeah, because you're creating
you're still
sample
using
and
a
everything else.
sample sound.
Right.
You might be tweaking it a little bit,
Right.
make it an 808, you know, hit,
Right.
let
Up in
it
a
hit
harmonic
harder, but
compression
it's
or
still a sample no
Mhm.
matter what. So, but original, you don't get a trumpet or any kind of original actual instrument,
Yeah.
and it's all original. You can't say it's a sample, but you know, something else, yeah, it's still sample based. But the
I've
ones
got
that
a-
actually take old records, that's where the sampling
Mhm.
title, you know, is pretty much.
I've got a couple 3-ring binders stored away in one of my bins back there with a bunch of old original poetry and writings that I've
Mhm.
done. And a lot of it I used to write. I'd sit in my room listening to, this will date me, I'm a 90s alternative guy, but listening to like Candlebox and Pearl Jam and all that. And all those poems were written to the beat of the music, because those are the words that came out with it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this is so cool.
You
This
could
is
probably
awesome.
bust them out, and they'd be
I'm
something.
Thinking about it now.
I could bring
I
back
just-
the '60s. Now that's dating me more
I
than
just,
you.
just downloaded the newest version of GarageBand.
Yeah,
And
you can do a lot
that
with that.
fucking shit is sick, man.
Dude, yeah.
The way that shit works.
I was just
holy
about to say, because like, didn't you say people were mad about people using sample beats?
Mhm.
Like they were hating because people are using samples.
Some people say that, yeah.
All
They're
right,
like, oh, you
here's the
can't do
deal.
this, you know.
I was just in the well, not just, but like a couple years ago, I was up on the FL studio and I was making some crazy shit, and it sounded catchy as hell. So that was just from my mind.
Yeah.
So if I think when people do the samples, you old folks should actually be respectful, because we're just shouting you out.
Yeah.
That's a good
We're
point.
just shouting you
I
out.
like that
man.
point, yeah.
We're just.
I may
we're
be
just-
old.
Oh, if credit's given, some
Yeah.
people aren't giving the credit. They're
Right.
just taking it. And
They
be
take
like,
it. They
hey,
don't
yeah,
give the credit
never
to it.
even-
Yeah.
Like, you know, even
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
a producer, you submit a beat to a bigger artist. They
Right.
don't even put your credit in the mixtape
Yeah,
or the album.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Give the credit where
Yeah.
credit is due. That's the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't want to
If you
give
do
away.
that, you're, you know,
Yeah.
That's
you get
what I was
respect.
mentioning earlier, though. is
Don't
the fact
take-
that you
Yeah,
Give a little too.
you heard this music, it gave you an idea, and now you took that
Mhm.
and you created something new with it. To me, that's pretty cool, because you're using something
Well,
old that you respect,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you're bringing it to a new
Yeah.
beat.
Well, like Manny was
You're
saying though,
updating,
too, like
you know?
like Manny was saying, that's still showing your creative juices on taking something classic or old, bringing it to the new and adding to it, but you're also taking your style and putting it to it.
You keep
So I
it
mean,
alive at the same
exactly.
time,
I mean,
you know?
so it's that creative. I mean, to
Even-
me, hell, I'd have never
even
thought of doing
outside
anything.
of that. Even outside of that, though, you come up with your own stuff. You're using your imagination.
right.
But if you come up with the other stuff, you still had to use your imagination,
Yeah,
because that's
Pull
what
that
triggered that
exactly.
idea.
Exactly.
I mean, the
So,
song you
who
follow
cares?
is
Still creative.
It's like a foundation for you to
It's-
work off.
It's
Right,
the result
right.
you're looking for.
Yeah, but if you sat down
So,
what is it, the genetics sites, and you sat down and actually picked apart all the beats of every song or a song, it would
There's so
eventually
many
lead back to
similarities.
something that
Yeah.
you would
Oh, yeah.
never even
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Most of them probably.
I mean, look
would.
at Led Zeppelin. I mean, everybody's blowing Led Zeppelin
Everybody's
out of the
got
water now
influences out there.
because, well,
Oh yeah.
what they're doing though is now with the internet, people have been able to do that. They've taken a lot of old Led Zeppelin songs
Mm.
and they've found the songs that they've pulled from, and like the Lemon song is a complete rip off the whole song. They don't give credit to anybody for it.
Yeah.
They just change the lyrics and all the
Yeah.
music.
But
is
see,
from
some people
the
like
original
that, they
song.
take, and they don't give back the
But what
recognition they should.
pisses people off like that with Led Zeppelin is that they took the credit for it, and now people are finding out that that wasn't their original music.
Exactly.
They didn't come up with it. Maybe
Right.
they're not as good as everybody said they are. You
Yeah.
know, they were kind of godfathers of heavy rock back then in the 70s or 80s.
They're just realizing that the 1920s wasn't that bad.
Well, that's the thing. I like any type of music, you know, and I'm not
Me
like
too.
discriminative in that aspect. But like this new girl, Megan Trainor, she came out with All That Bass, you know that song.
Yeah, all about that bass.
And I bought the album for my kids because they love it. My wife loves that song, you know, specifically. But there's a lot of songs in there that kind of go back to the 50s pompadour sound music. You know, the old hillbilly, not hillbilly. Is it hillbilly rock?
It's Hillbilly Rock.
Hillbilly rock, yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
It's like bluegrass or something
Is-
like
yeah, and it's
Wow.
you know,
It's kind of
different,
a
you know.
kind of a country twang type of but it's more upbeat.
That
with a little
seems to be
hip-hop
swing
maybe
and
into it. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
swing or something.
Have you heard that song
Yeah.
X's and O's?
X's and O's? Yeah, I've heard of
You
that.
know who that is?
No.
That's Rob Schneider's daughter from
Talk about Saturday Night Live, Rob?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's his daughter.
X's and O's?
X's and O's, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I went and looked it up online to find out who she was because I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. You know, I like the old hillbilly rock sound. Wanted to see what her other music was like, so I went and listened to some stuff on Spotify. Then I looked her up, and I'm like, she's like, oh yeah, this is the daughter of Rob Schneider, you know, from the Gigolo movie.
Right.
And,
There's a guy from Big Daddy.
yeah, Big Daddy. Yeah.
The guy from-
it. No, that's Adam Sandler's. He's always in all Adam
Oh yeah, a lot
Sandler
of
say
Happy
that.
Gilmore.
Yeah, Rob
Happy,
Schneider.
yep,
Rob
Happy.
Schneider does
Well,
them
he
all.
was the guy that was in the Animal and
Yeah.
Goose Bigelow.
Yeah, Goose Bigelow.
Big cool guy.
So, Trent, are you putting together an album or something?
Yeah, I actually released one. It was a mixtape, 28 songs deep. It was
Holy
called
shit.
Civilian. It actually had a lot of meaning to it and had a speech at the end.
Anyway, we can get a hold of that, or anybody can get a hold of that.
It's on datpiff.com, but
Okay.
I made that when I was like maybe 15. I would actually probably, if we were gonna play a song today, I'd much rather have you guys play the new Dank Man Part 2,
Yeah, we'll play a song here in a minute.
featuring my big brother and me.
You said DAT, DAT,
Piff, datpiff.com. You can get it for free download.
PIPH or PIFF?
Yep.
Yeah,
They might make you sign up, but that's free download. I don't meticulous. You got anything on datpiff?
yeah, I got a couple the older mixtapes, like stuff that we just did for free, you know, freebies or whatever.
All right,
with
go-
other people's beats.
All right, well, go fuck with that. Go download that. Go look up Meticulous on datpiff. It is MA, not ME. Yeah, and my name actually, mine was
We're
Lil
pimping
T,
you out, man.
aka Lil Bro.
Getting it up.
So that's Lil T, aka Lil Bro. Go download that for free. Datpiff.com. That was just my old stuff. We're gonna play some of that new shit. We're gonna be banging in here.
Yeah, of course, the newer shit. Every time you gotta play the newer shit. So where you stay at?
I stay actually out here in Point right now. Actually, that I'm gonna be staying there for about 2 more years, and then after 2 more years, I'm gonna be moving to California or probably Colorado.
Oh.
Well, that depends if the law changes first, but
By that time, it might change in
Well,
California.
you got medical out there, so you could just
In
go from
California,
there.
yeah.
I can't sleep. I
Yeah.
can't get a car. You
My
go-
cataract-
if you go to the right doctor, you could go to the right doctor. You
Yeah, but you're too young though for having hip problems, so you can't get it for that.
No, you still can.
I can have it. I can.
They don't even check, man.
There you go. There you go.
They don't even check. They just give it to you. As long as you got $35.
I'm be going on a vacation for about 3 months. I'm going like to Hawaii, but I'll be back. So I won't be making any new music.
For a little while.
Yeah, 3
you might be
months.
getting a new beat in Hawaii.
I'll be going to
You
Hawaii.
never know. That's that soothing stuff.
I'll
on
come back
Hawaii.
and then I'll be making some new stuff every 3 months, you know.
Watch a Don Ho show.
Yeah. There's no tiny bubble going on.
Go to SoundCloud, soundcloud.com, Dank Man Part 2.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I'm just saying, I'm just shouting this out to Korea.
Oh.
Hey, Dank Man Part 2. Download right now.
That's awesome. Piss them off real quick.
Yeah.
People are rude. I spent 2 years out there. Fucking
Are they that rude?
Yeah. In the
Aren't they
country.
gonna,
I've never
bomb
been
us?
there, so
Aren't
I
they
don't
still
know.
gonna bomb us or
Oh,
some
maybe
shit?
North Korea, but
That's North Korea. They're really
They
pissed off
ain't-
at us big time.
We come in peace.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But he doesn't come in peace.
uh,
He don't come anywhere.
Hey man, we're making a movie about North Korea, man. You guys should not be hating.
they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one movie,
The
yeah.
interview, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
They're still
movie.
hating, man.
Well, they have no sense of humor, obviously. Kim Jong-un has no sense of humor.
North Korea, yeah. South Korea, I mean, it's cool there. It's cool.
You been there?
Yeah, I lived there for 2 years, man.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
I was in the army.
Yeah, dude, I learned Taekwondo and my master was from South Korea. He's the shit. Shout out to Master Soon. He's down there in Phoenix.
Notice
Wax
they're all here and
Yeah.
What brings you fuckers back to Wisconsin? That's what I'd like to know.
The cost of living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I bought a house here and I don't have to worry about a mortgage, so that's basically it.
Well, or pay $1,000 or more for rent.
Oh, when you go out to California, where everything about going to California closer to LA and more expensive is, I just lived out there since 2006.
Yeah.
That's you can get it popping out there, though. I got it popping for a while.
Yeah.
well, they're gonna get you paying for something before it all falls in the ocean.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So Trent, what's some of the more music? What's some more like your favorite type of music to like work from or be inspired from? What inspires you to do what you do? I mean, do you play any other instruments or anything like that?
Jeezy inspired me. I don't really play instruments. I used to make beats. I actually made a couple beats on our old mixtape, which we didn't actually release on the internet. We really weren't all about the internet back then. We were more about just burning CDs and giving it to people for
Well, the
free.
streets is where it's at.
Yeah,
that's
the
got
real
the overall
respect.
say.
I got my real respect built a little bit. We had our CDs out. We got people still bumping our shit from back in 2012. Back when we thought this world was gonna end and shit.
Yeah, they said it was going to end last Thursday too.
Every day is a new ending.
You didn't see all those articles about the end of the world is last Thursday.
Oh, yeah. But they
Now
got
there'll be another scare.
But now there's gonna another scare coming up.
They have it's supposed to be a 2 mile wide meteor coming
tomorrow.
Yeah,
They're supposed. Yeah, it's about 2 miles long. They're
Good. So as it's passing
closest to
by,
Earth ever.
as it's passing by like the Titanic sinking, I hope it sucks all the idiots off the world
Yeah.
and takes them with them.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to take all them with them.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be what they say.
If at 303 you don't have your
16
hand on your
million
dick, you're going.
Yeah,
within Earth.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
You should be able to see it wherever it's at. If it's on our side of the world.
Well, they showed
nighttime
they
you can
showed a simulation map of the of our
trajectory.
of where it's coming, how close it's gonna be,
Yeah.
and it's pretty.
What's so
Well, put it this way: all the scientists right now that are watching this, they're saying 16 million miles is way too close, especially for something that big.
Oh, 16 million miles.
It's 16 miles. It'll be 16 miles away from us at the closest
million.
point.
million.
60 million
Oh,
miles.
you said 16.
I was
I'm like,
gonna say,
holy
that's
fuck!
like
I hope
16
the-
million.
I hope the moon's out of the way.
No, I mean
That's from here to my house.
Right.
16 million miles. But they're saying that's way too close for a meteor this size.
There goes the podcast room. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
I want
right.
to know how the fuck they know that. If we never had it before, how do they know it?
Well, here's the thing, we've got
Some of the scientists have been saying that
That's
they've
not
been
the
seeing.
closest.
They can shovel whatever.
Well,
they
no,
want.
we had one. We had
had them
Did you
hit the
die?
surface,
No.
so that's
Okay.
not-
yeah,
we're
we
like-
had a meteor the size of a Volkswagen that hit over
A bus, a Passat, a Jetta.
Syria or something like this.
A bug?
A bug? Which size? A bug, a bus,
bug.
a Passat, a Jetta,
A bug.
a GTI? What is it?
A bug
Like a
It-
VW bug.
like
My
that.
friend always used to come at me with that crazy shit. He'd be like, dude, the world's gonna end, man. Like the sun rays are hot. He's like, it's gonna burn everything. It's gonna be a wasteland. And you come at me with that same
Yeah.
meteor shit.
Well, they were saying
the
that,
meteor's gonna hit us and shit.
but they were saying that if
It's not
this,
one of those guys sitting on a corner of
the world is ending, huh?
He's my friend. He's a freak,
And then
man.
the day it's happening, he flips it over. I finally got it right.
Yeah, right. Hey.
But I'm paranoid now, or what?
No, he's just all about that science. He's smart as fuck, but he always tells me this. Oh, the meteor's really close this time, man. It's gonna really cut off our equilibrium.
We all fall down over
You're gonna get some
If tomorrow we're walking on our hands, we're fucked.
Yeah, because the one that hit that in near Syria there, I can't remember the city's name. It was like Tungut or something like this. It was. It registered 6.2 on a Richter scale when it hit the Earth.
The earthquake or the meteor?
That meteor when it hit the Earth.
Oh yeah, there was that.
But
one
they
that-
said this one here, because what is there about 6 billion people on the Earth?
7.89 billion.
Well, I know there was close about that, but they're saying that this one here hit the Earth because of the size of it. It would take out 1.5 billion people.
Well, we better get a whole.
So basically half the
Bruce Willis
people-
to get back.
I know.
That's a seventh of the people. If we
Wow.
had 7 billion and 1 billion, yeah, it'd be a
It's,
seventh.
well,
Well, we got another sequel for Armageddon.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Are we
Bruce
getting
Willis's daughter will go up
We
there.
need to make the largest dildo in the world and point it right at it, so when it hits, it bounces off and goes the other direction.
Right.
7.125 billion people in the world.
Oh, that's-
Is that
more.
that's
now.
back
well,
2,000 years
I'm just
old.
saying, was that before or after all these shootings?
2000
Look at that.
7.3
It's
for
just
2000.
steady going up.
Yeah.
Right. So you add another 2, 3, almost 3 years on that, you're probably looking at 9 billion.
In 1978, when I was born, there was 4.2 billion. So in 37 years, it's gone
3
up
billion.
by 3 billion.
Well, you know, over in Japan, they're not allowing that. In
Damn.
China,
China, yeah.
you only get one kid.
Yeah.
No more. Got to be a girl. Cut you off. Or a boy.
So the girl, I seen this. I was watching TV. I don't know what I was watching, but a part came up showing the little Chinese infrastructure that they have for their children or whatever.
Yeah.
Girls are actually worth more.
Really?
They don't sell them, but when they turn, when they flip the age to get married or to start dating or whatever,
Yeah, because
part of their because they only allow one vehicle registration per household or whatever it is, and if you hold one, your status as a man out there is you're gonna get a pick of the litter when it comes to girls. And,
so
and the
for
girls
sex
look
reasons,
for that. That's the first. You got a car, you got a place to live. If you got both of them, you
So
golden
it's a
on whatever
status
you
thing,
want.
huh?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a status
wow.
thing.
Wow.
And if you it costs them like $800 American dollars to get a one registration for your vehicle.
Holy shit.
Something like that.
Well, it doesn't help
or no,
the-
$8,000 or something.
doesn't help
it's,
their
it's
pollution.
expensive. I think maybe it's like $8,000 to have to
Jesus.
apply for the.
I heard it's like $300 a gallon, or not a gallon.
A liter.
$300.
They go by the liter,
to
yeah.
fill up a tank, it's like $300 US to
Probably.
fill up a tank.
Because I know when I was in Korea,
That's why they all
back
ride
then,
bikes.
let's see, when was I? 2001 or no, 2001 to 2003, I was in Korea. At that time, it was almost $4 or $5.
So how was
Probably
Korea
about
down
$4 or
then?
$5 per liter
Yeah.
there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And we're bitching about $2.50.
Yeah, for a gallon.
For a gallon. Well, but isn't a gallon less than a liter?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a.
Yeah, I think a liter
I
is
don't know
more
the
than a
difference.
gallon.
Is
I-
it? Oh,
Not
Nah,
by
I
much.
don't know.
Not by
I
much.
don't think so.
Yeah.
Conversion.
Think about it.
thing.
2 liter gallon of soda, probably about what, like that. Where you got a two gallon.
Yeah,
1 liter.
smaller.
1 liter. 1 liter is 0.264172 gallons.
Yeah, so it take like
Oh, okay.
Almost
So
totally.
liter
So
is more.
to get 1 gallon, you would have to have about 4 liters.
so you're
That's
looking at
one
right
point
there
zero
would be
five.
Well, yeah, 4
$20
liters to
for
a gallon. Yeah. Okay.
at $4 or $5 a liter.
Then maybe it was.
What are we
I
betting
don't
at
know.
now?
Yeah, it'd be $20, somewhere around $20 a
You
gallon.
can tell we all
Back
graduated.
then,
high
that's in
school.
2001, 2002. and
See, that's why
200
meters
and
and that's why meters and centimeters didn't get along over here. Metric
Metrics?
didn't go along very well here. Because nobody gives a fuck on what it means.
This guy back here knows all about the metric system.
Are you Canadian? No, he's a maintenance man. He's got to have 2 different
gotta
sets
know.
of,
He's gotta-
socket wrenches.
Standard metric.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. But where were we going with this meteor? I'm sorry.
Oh, he was talking.
It was
about
like 1,000.
We were talking about end of the world here, and that's why we, this is
talking about Trippie, Trent, and rocking the world, and we got into rocking the
exactly.
world with meteors.
Yeah.
You said on SoundCloud. What is the actual? What do I need to look for?
I might have to text you the URL. Oh, I can just tell you the URL. Let me check real quick.
Or you can just tell me what the name of it is.
Because I don't think it comes up. I tried already.
Okay. Anyway, Ice, you were saying something
He
else.
puts
earlier.
my
You wanted to say
brother's
something.
Ron the Truth. He's now known as Ron Capone, and he just puts crazy names on his stuff. So shout out to you, man.
Ron Capone.
Ron Capone, that's your brother.
You have to look up Ron
Rapid Zenta.
Ron the Truth
Or Ron the Truth. All right, I'll take a look here.
with no spaces,
Oh, okay.
and it's THA, I think. Yeah, THA, and then TRUTH.
Are you
Look up
here?
right there, the bottom one.
Which one? Are you on any of these?
Yep, click that. Click his page, and then the new one should be it's
Dank
called
Man?
Man Part 2. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's listen to that real
Let's get
quick.
it started in here. Turn it up. This is Dick's Insider Show.
All right, here we go.
They know who I am, point blank dead. You are just a fly, but bitch, I am the shit. Focused on my moves, used to sell a zip, never said a word, but stay with closed lips. Hands on my head, but I ain't for the trip. You think you can stop me? Better get it real. You're the type of smoke it, I'm the type to make it feel. I was taught to bust a jug and get how you live. Never tell a soul, show 'em where you live. Never front a dollar, I'm supposed to rich crib. Chain hanging low, swear I think my niggas just. Let's talk about what you about, how where you from, or where you live. Flow so dope, make a fiend take a whiff. Pistol on my side, acrobatic make you flip. Look shape when I shoot. I got hands by the script. Oh, that shit, girl, got my hands on the middle. Thanks, man. Low backstage, stanky. Now my pockets full of Franklins. Franklins, fuck you and what you thinking. Thank you, turn the motherfucking back, man. Thank man. Low backstage, stanky. Now my pockets full of Franklins. Franklins, fuck you and what you thinking. Thank you, turn the motherfucking back, man. Thank man, turn the motherfucking back, man. Thank man, what you need, I get that weight, man. Thank man, turn the motherfucking back, man. Yeah, I'm the motherfucking sour man. Smoking for an hour just so I can get that power, man. Then I hit the shower, man. People on my line because they know I got that flower, man. My club's in the top of the tower, man. I'm in the hills like I'm Taliban. Smoking on Afghanistan. Doing it because I can. It's apparent that you hate it because you hella bland. I'm hitting up the loud man and he got hella strands. So you know we rolling up. Don't free up, don't get no fuck. Pumping up, it tastes so good. So damn sour, buckled up. And you know where the fuck you up. For that licks and that's enough. There's some pussies, they can't handle what we smoking, man, that's tough. Thank man, loud packs that he's thinking. Got my pockets full of Franklin. Fuck you know what you thinking. Thank you, I'm the motherfucking thank man. Loud packs that he's thinking. Got my pockets full of Franklins. Fuck you and what you thinking.
You guys are originally from
No, he lived in Appleton, the
All
five
right.
cities. He probably lived in every town in around Appleton, Pecona, Little Chute, everything. He just knows it, like everything.
He sounds like a down south, like a
Southern Indiana.
He fucks with,
or
he fucks with
fucking-
Lil Boozy and Trey D and shit, you know. So
Well, I thought that was a pretty good beat. I like that song. You know, and I was looking up the two different terms for dank because there's two different terms. There's the dictionary term, and then there's the stoner's term.
The
Urban
The
Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary one.
Yeah, But so
That's completely different than the regular dictionary.
I go by the Urban Dictionary because to me that's reality. That's what people say.
That's
That's
more,
what-
it's more real.
Well,
It's more
well,
up to date.
Obviously, like if you have a dank basement, the English dictionary means you're like, you know, most musty and moist and wet. But the dank version on the Urban Dictionary is like marijuana, good pot. Smoking that dank.
So that would be
Well, it still
dry.
means the same thing because you could mean
Because it's
you could be
moist
like,
and-
hey man, that pussy was dank.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
was.
could mean good and it could be moist and wet. She was a squirter or whatever.
Ah, yes.
And then you got, you know, and then you got.
That's my favorite kind of dank
Yeah.
person.
Or you could say, yo, that fucking pussy was dank. And then you talking about the smell. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You can for either
I guess
or,
it's the
guess, so.
interjection of how you say it.
Yeah.
Anything could be dank, man. Anything.
I thought that was actually a pretty good song. Now, are you featured on more of his round songs, or?
I mean, Lifted and Gifted, that was one back when I was 15. That was pretty hot.
Yeah. Well, we'll check it out. We'll pull it up and we'll
Tune in.
when we after this show here, we'll be putting you up on the website, and you'll have your own little
Sweet.
guest spot, and then kind of describe, you put the links and everything from your picture.
Yeah,
for
so
that
they can go
site,
right-
so they can
right
go
to
right
it.
to it.
Yeah, whatever songs you want featured on there too.
So if you got any other like URLs you want to give us, make sure you pop an email to 6. That way we can get them in. So
Guaranteed.
yeah, definitely, because we we love promoting that type of stuff. And
Or just send it to DNC Podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, definitely. And if anybody's listening, if you got any music you want us to feature, talk about, or review,
Go there
just
too.
Email
Yeah.
it to us. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to shout out as many people as possible. Try to
Definitely.
show them much love as I can.
Yeah.
I know they appreciate it a lot.
No.
Anybody does.
That's a pretty sick beat, just like Crash This Party, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was fucking fun. I don't care.
That's like your anthem.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
I think
was,
we run at things is
I was walking around half hard all night
for the
that
last
night.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I like that.
That was a
I
good
like
night.
that.
Yeah, I think the dog had a one going on too, though.
Yeah, that
I
video
don't remember
was
the dog. What is his name?
Ask 'em.
Ask him. That is. Ask
Yeah, you gotta
him.
remember, ask him his name.
Ask him. Yeah.
And here's the dumbass. Ask him the same. What's your name? No, ask him. That's his name, man. That's his name. I got you.
Gotta put it on a shirt for him or his hat or something.
So you
Hashtag ask him.
Right?
Hashtag ask him.
You even had other opening act you guys had. The Swamp
Oh,
Rats.
Swamp Rats,
Those
yeah.
guys were pretty good.
They're
Too.
from Point.
Yeah, they're
No, Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph.
I'm sorry.
The little
Rapids,
hip-hop.
Rapids of Rudolph.
Yeah,
they're actually
shit.
Yeah.
The hip
they're actually
town, yeah.
country hip hop.
Kind of like a Yellow Wolf.
Yeah,
Kind of like that, or
So Rudolph doesn't only make cheese; it makes country hip hop.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, I think one of
It
them
must be
both
up
of them
to
work
what?
over there at the cheese
400
factory
people?
too. I think.
One of them works at the cheese
I
factory.
think both of them do. I think. I can't remember.
His mic name isn't Little Cheese Curd, is it?
No, JD. I think JD. Shout out JD to Swamp Rats, man. Yeah.
So we talked about that and getting on the show as well. We just gotta hook them up.
Oh, they're decent. I might look into a feature. That sounds crazy. Country rap mixed with that.
Yeah.
It was
It's
actually,
funny,
it was
but they
actually
got-
pretty cool.
The
though.
beats are more hip hoppy,
Right.
more rap hip hopish.
But the story in it is
yeah,
about
yeah,
country.
the stuff they talk
You know,
about.
They're
you
talking
know?
about
they cut-
fishing
yeah,
and shit.
Yeah, and they have their TV show or their little YouTube series is pretty good, man. They
Yeah.
got Swamp Rat Outdoors, I believe is the name of it.
Yeah.
It's actually
Wow.
interesting, even if you don't like hunting and fishing and all that stuff,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
still get into it because they have their little comedy skits in there and
Right,
stuff
right.
like that too. But
They put a
crazy.
really,
They're good,
really
man.
good stage show on.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
a lot of energy.
they're down in I think they're in Houston right now at the ALX or whatever that AXL or whatever that little festival they have down there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're really good. They're
Yeah.
pretty talented. The guy he always sports a Point shirt. You notice that?
Yeah, he always does.
Always,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
That's his
crazy.
beer right there, I guess.
Nice
He's
fish.
gonna
too.
get paid for
Well,
it.
we'll have to hook him up with some, aren't we?
Yeah.
What? Point shirts?
No,
No,
I mean,
Point when he comes here.
Oh, well, fuck yeah. You gotta restock the fridge, man. I'm drinking.
Yeah, it's all gone.
No, but they got a good team too. Their team knows what they're doing.
That's good.
Everywhere from the graphics to the music, you know, and the filming. I mean, it's just like watching like Duck Dynasty. You know,
Sure,
it's like
sure.
that
Yeah.
heavy of a
Right.
you know,
Southern or
the
hillbilly
editing,
accent, yeah.
the quality. You know what I mean? The
The
quality, the
production
production,
quality.
everything, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, they're really trying to make something happen.
Oh yeah, they've been I don't know when they started their group. I think it was within the last 2 years.
A couple
probably.
of years or so. I think
Yeah.
that's what he was telling us. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how many talented local artists we have in the area that we don't even know about.
It's because
You know?
we just got to join up and just push something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
you know,
yeah.
I've been away from this area for quite some time, like 8
yeah.
years or whatever. But now that I'm back, I mean, you guys seen it. I've already starting to push something, but
Yeah.
now I got more time as of Friday.
Yeah, well,
Like every day now.
yeah.
Maybe
job.
we should do
Season's
a
over.
maybe we should do a somehow work together and maybe push
Dixon Cider Show presents.
do some type of a hip hop festival here in
Yeah,
central
and
Wisconsin.
It could
We
be
actually
You know,
talked
bring
about
bring artists all
I have no
over
problem.
Wisconsin
'Cause
and even out.
Jay and
Bring them
Jay and
together.
the band started, and since I was working so much, I
Yeah,
had no
JP.
time for it. Yeah, the
Yeah.
real feel.
Yeah.
The real feel. They've already been doing a couple shows.
I ran into
and-
them at Rookies a couple weeks ago, and I
Yeah.
talked to them about being on the show. So
Yeah.
they all want to come in too.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to sit in with that one too.
Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna be part of it now.
Oh, you
Because
are?
Before I didn't have the time for it. You know what I mean? Because I was out a week,
Yeah.
out of
Right.
town every week, all week long. So now that I got the time now, we're gonna start that up, get that EP or something going real quick, 5-6 songs just to get that out on the streets.
You know,
And-
maybe we could do something over at Piffner Park. It's big enough. We could get a
in
you
Point
know,
here
yeah.
in the winter.
No. I'm talking about when
No,
we do a
there's-
hip hop thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
There's extreme
We should plan for
permit
next
costs
summer
when
then.
it comes to that place.
well then fuck
I mean,
it. Then
you
we'll go to
better not
Robinson.
do it Robinson.
I was gonna say maybe we go to Robinson Park there in
We got
Rapids.
that
That's a
band
big
show
enough park.
right
We
there.
get
It's
people-
open
Yeah,
band
and
show.
I think
It's
it's like
like
50 bucks to
Well,
rent it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Really?
Robinson
Yeah.
Park, Piffner. If you want, like, just hypothetically, if you want to sell alcohol at the Piffner Park, everything has to be done by 10:30, unless the
So
city.
we're talking
put
about
it on.
Robinson Park.
I know,
or
I know.
Rapids.
I'm just
Yeah.
talking about Piffner.
Well,
We'll
I
probably
mean, it
have
doesn't matter where it's at.
And it's
you
a
know.
$10,000
Yeah.
liquor permit just for the day there.
How much?
$10,000 for a liquor permit at the Piffner Park.
Wow.
So that's
Maybe-
Piffner. I'd rather do Robinson.
We
Yeah.
could probably bring in somebody. I got a couple people that I could probably bring in and
Sponsor?
have a show. Like with
Well,
their
we
name
could.
on it,
Well,
you
we
know?
could actually though get Point.
Point Brewery. I could talk to
Brewery to
I could
help
talk to
sponsor
Joel,
something like that.
the owner. He
You know, we
probably-
could bring
We can't
his
even get-
trailers.
we can't even get 6 to get them to sponsor the podcast.
I
So
know.
I never even said you gave him a card. I don't think he
I'll
said
give it a
listen to
shit.
it.
I'll give it. I did.
But I mean, we could utilize
Did I
even
tell you
that
we ran
because we can utilize their trailer.
when we were
you
down to see
know,
Ralphie May.
and do everything there.
When we were down to see Ralphie May
Yeah.
in Milwaukee, did we tell you who we ran into?
Mm-mm.
We ran
The
into
owner
one
of
of
the
the
Point
owners.
Brewery.
Yeah, he told me that. Yeah.
We were
You know
just
what I
standing
did?
there
You know what
talking,
I did?
getting ready to talk to Ralphie, and all of a sudden I saw the owner walk by, and I go, "Hey, Joe!" I grabbed his shoulder and he goes, "Hey, well, I didn't even expect to see you."
But you know what?
out
Maybe-
You know what I did? I
you know
pulled
what?
out a card. I said, "Here, you should check this out."
here." You see this?
You know what
He
else
did
we
one
could
of these,
do?
like,
You know what else we could do though, because we know Lana and Ralphie so well. Maybe we could get them to help us out with some type of a
Hey,
hip hop
A comedy
festival.
rap.
Imagine Ralphie hosting it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Wouldn't that be great?
You know?
He likes that kind of
He
music.
does. He really does.
Oh,
We just got-
And he
we
loves
do-
Wisconsin cheese.
we
So
saw
hey,
him
he'd
leave,
be at
we got
home.
some free cheese for you, Ralphie.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna give you a bathtub full of cheese, Ralphie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you could
Get Kevin up here then too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could get Kevin Bozeman up here.
Yeah.
That would be yeah.
Cat
we could do
Reinhardt,
that.
probably we could get her to do
Oh yeah,
the filming of
we
it.
could film it, put it up on it. Yeah,
We're
Yeah,
getting these
somebody-
ideas.
Make an
Somebody
event.
needs- we gotta make an event happen here.
You guys,
You
just,
got all
Everybody
winter.
together.
you guys just fucked up my whole next year.
I don't give a shit.
We need an event coordinator.
Could you
We got
imagine
it.
if we could pull this shit off? How fucking great that would be.
No,
Let
you
me
don't-
know.
No, you
Let
gotta
me
say
know.
it right when we pull.
That's
this
what I
shit
said.
off.
No,
When
Well,
we
let's
pull
talk
it off.
about it. You know,
You better
If we
be
can
around
get
when we're ready.
If we
there.
we
talk-
can get a
Trippie.
commitment
You better be ready when we.
Yeah.
from at least 2 people.
Then
You
you're
know,
gonna have to do
or
it every
one
year.
even.
You'll be there, won't you?
I'll be performing.
You'll be there.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like from Ralphie or.
Well,
whatever.
we'll see what we can do.
See if-
We gotta have
see
the
if-
group.
I'll do some phone. I'll do some
Trippie
phone
Trent,
calls.
man.
I'll do
Well,
some.
once that's put out, we just need to talk to the radio.
Yeah.
If we got a,
Oh,
if
no,
we
we
got.
Oh,
a
we got
thing-
radio, Panama
if we-
Jack. We can
Yeah.
get him on board.
Oh,
No
yeah.
problem.
Okay.
You betcha.
Yeah, look
But
up
I'm
here.
saying,
Yeah.
you know, like
There's a
what are the
right
what,
there, so
what is
Yeah,
the
that's Panama
Hold
Jack.
on a second.
what's the what's the
Different
station
one?
here?
Oh, 103.3.
WGL.
WGLX.
No. Or yeah,
Are you
but
talking about
That's
the
that's
hip-hop
Panama
or-
Jack.
the rap or
Oh, that's 94.7, isn't it?
96.7
Or
or
96.7
something like
or
that.
something like that. I know it's somewhere right
Maybe
there.
get
95
them,
and-
you know, get some of these fools involved in it for them to, well, not fools. I say fools is an open word,
Yeah.
but you know,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know.
yeah,
We
yeah,
know.
get some of these guys to
Get them on board. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
you
when
wanna
we get a hold
sponsor
of
it, all you got to do is throw a little radio ad out there,
Yeah.
promote it a little bit, because then once people start hearing it, I don't know what stations are the most popular around here. Shout out to 106.5. What's it? WYTE.
Yeah.
WYTE.
Yeah, I just want some free Arby's from him. Who would have thought of this country too?
By the way, yesterday, this is funny how you brought that up because we went to a wedding reception yesterday, and my daughter,
That's fine.
her fiance says, "Yeah, I was listening to the radio station at work one day. I was listening to country, and I heard that Meticulous called in." And he goes, "Is that the Meticulous? You know?" I said, "Well, he's coming on the show tomorrow. I asked him." So that was you.
Yeah.
So how was your Arby's?
There's only one
It was good.
meticulous.
We were out in Rome. We were working out in Rome, and me and the boss man were in the truck riding around.
That's got to be a
setting
long
up
flight
load.
from Europe to here.
Oh yeah, it was far. But no,
Good
we heard it on the radio, and he knew the artist, so because he listens to country faithfully, and he told me because he called up the week before and won.
Yeah, they
So,
won't let
yeah.
you win again.
So
Yeah.
so he gave me the phone. It was ringing, and I talked to her. I announced the song, and she was like, "Oh, you're so close." Blake Shelton featured somebody. I don't Gwen something.
Stefani.
No, not Gwen Stefani. She was like, "You're so close. You got the right artist, but the wrong song title or whatever." And I was like, and I'm looking at my phone through YouTube. I don't know who else is he featuring. And she was like, "Well, let me give you a hint. The girl's name is the same as one of the voice judges. And I was like, I don't watch The Voice. I don't watch it, so I don't know. And so I told my boss, I was like, same, you know The Voice or whatever. And he was like, what about it? And I was like, same name as the girl or whatever. He was like, Gwen Stefani. And I was like, no. And he was like, Gwen something. He said her name. Yeah. So I typed it in. So I called back. Yeah. I called back and I don't know, within like a minute or two. And she answered the phone again. And she was like, who's this? And I was like, hey, this is Meticulous again. And she was like, oh. Like, the first time I told her my name, I thought she was going to hang up on me, thinking it was like a joke or something. Yeah. Meticulous or whatever. And I told her the song. I told her off YouTube. I was telling her, and she was like, "Oh, you won!"
Yeah,
so awesome. I was like, wow.
All that work for an RV sandwich.
Yeah. And then she asked me. She was like, "So what are you doing?" I said, "Cruising these mean streets of Rome." Cruising on these mean streets of Rome. That's awesome. That was cool.
You guys anyone else here won anything off the radio before?
Yeah. I've called in so many times. I've never gotten lucky where you can call in and get back on the air again that quick. And so I said, I'm sorry, we already had some guy win 20 callers.
Yeah. Well, the week before, I was in the truck with my boss when he called and got the win.
So what he's saying is nobody really listens to that station.
Well, nobody really calls.
You're the only two listening.
And we're listening together too. But when he called in the week before, when he called in, we waited because he was like, "Nah, I'll never get through." And it was like a good 10 minutes that we waited. And he called. I finally found him the number, and I was like, "Here, call him." He called. It was ringing. He's like, "It's ringing," and all of a sudden she picks up. And you could tell she was recording for the live, for the live playback or whatever. And he was like, she goes, "What do you got for me?" And he was like, he told him the song or whatever. It was, I don't know, some drinking song, country. But he told her, and she was like, "You're a winner." Where he was like, "No," and he almost swore, like you could see it. He was gonna say no shit, you know what I mean? He looks at me, he starts hitting me. He's like, "What?" He's all excited about some Arby's and shit. But he was surprised, and I was really surprised when he started hitting me, like, "No, you didn't win." Like, somebody had to have called, you know what I mean? But nobody called.
We're French dipping it up today.
She told him before he got off the phone after he gave her the address and all that where to send the winnings to. She told him that he was the only caller. I was like, hey, I waited like 10 minutes before I called you guys,
That's why you want to know why is because all the farmers that listen to that are all in the field working right now.
No, but hey, I swear, no, as soon as it played back, also his phone started ringing. I don't know if they were listening to it in the office or what. His bosses were like, "What are you doing? Phone? We got proof.
It's like he's listening on a ham radio. He has no reception on his cell phone, and that tractor probably only goes 5 miles an hour. God damn it! I can't go fast enough.
Yeah, I can't get
he
home.
gets off to start running.
He got home in 11 minutes.
I got half a bar.
There's $1 million idea.
Too late.
Idea to put some Wi-Fi in your tractor so you can make phone calls.
Some do. Some do.
Some of them, I guess.
Oh my God. Some of them have more sophisticated equipment in it than the space station has.
Remote control from your
fucking
phone.
pole dancers in the back and everything.
Well, we must have somebody was watching or listening to the show because they went on our Facebook and posted another link for one of Trippie T's songs. I guess it's called "Lifted and Gifted."
You doing that over there?
No, that's Kelly or Carrie Lehman. Carrie Lehman. You know her?
Oh, that's
that's
wife.
That's your wife. All right.
He just whispered in my ear just as you said that.
Yeah, he just posted.
I already got it.
We just saw it.
Let's see what
it's called "Lifted and Gifted" by Ron Ron featuring Little Bro. Yeah, I think you go by Little Bro every now and then.
Well,
that was what he was.
I mean, that was more on the street and stuff. Like people just say "Little Bro" because that was his little brother. Like I'm his little brother, so that's how it became Little T, aka
Prod, Jordan, and Vandy. So here's that song.
Yeah, it's produced by Jordan Vandy. This guy is from Stevens Point. Shout out to Vandy.
Production.
Hey, what it do, JV? Rhyming the truth, little bro. Midwest Music Group. Yeah. So official. And you ain't fucking with us. One hit off the board, boy, tell me how it tastes. I like your girl, but only for the face. Man, I'm lifted and I'm gifted, got me sifted and I'm ripping every beat. I be flipping, getting money, that's my mission. One hit off the board, boy, tell me how it tastes. I like your girl, but only for the face. Man, I'm lifted and I'm gifted, got me sifted and I'm ripping every beat. I be flipping, getting money, that's my mission.
Brain stretching shit to a whole nother dimension. You can say that I'm demented without any comprehension. I'm a real motherfucking upgrading to new extensions. I can't count all of the times I've been sent off to the detentions, and I'm calculating all the fake rappers in the section. But I am not one. I'm in a whole different direction. I've been examining you rappers, creating a new progression. But all I see is skinny jeans, a pair of Vans, and Dolo. But I'ma keep it real and flow crazy like I'm loco. And I'ma eat these beats like plates of Rocky Rococo. Sipping on the test and got me moving in slow. Sipping chocolate kush, man, I call that shit cocoa.
One hit off the board, boy, tell me how it tastes. I like your girl, but only for the face. Man, I'm lifted and I'm gifted, got me sifted and I'm ripping every beat. I be flipping, getting money, that's my mission. One hit off the board, boy, tell me how it tastes. I like your girl, but only for the face. Man, I'm lifted and I'm gifted, got me sifted and I'm ripping every beat. I be flipping, getting money, that's my mission. Lyrical catastrophe, girls stay harassing me. Room full of bad bitches over capacity. Disrespect the wrong way, then I bring mortality. Empty out the magazine, proceed and leave casually. Money's getting longer, turn my dreams to reality. I'm in outer space, you can't even reach my galaxy. Study all my lyrics, then generate my anatomy. Actually, brutality comes naturally, so challenge me. Opacity from gadgetry will rise up a new tragedy. The words I spit elaborately, so sweet I should have cavities. Financially, no majesty, I feel about all my rhapsody. Require with audacity, defying all my gravity. One hit off the board, boy, tell me how it tastes. I like your girl, but only for the face. Man, I'm lifted and I'm gifted, got me sifted and I'm ripping every beat. I be flipping, getting money, that's my mission. One hit off the board, boy, tell me how it tastes. I like your girl, but only for the face. Man, I'm lifted and I'm gifted, got me sifted and I'm ripping every beat. I be flipping, getting money, that's my mission.
Tell me that beat doesn't go hard.
I like it.
Yeah, that dude's from here. Like, that dude that made the beats from here. Like, that's what's crazy.
There's a lot of, like I said,
Nowadays, all you need is a good beat. That's it.
Yeah.
So I have to work off of. It's just something to start with, and then.
Are we gonna freestyle, or are we gonna put on a beat and like I'll do a hook and then you'll do the verse like just off the top of our heads or something?
I don't know if I have a beat.
Let's go. Put on a fucking.
I don't have any. I
Put on
don't
a
know if I have
reggae
any
beat.
beats here.
Go to YouTube.
Babe, you should play Bamboo Lights.
No, that's an old one. I'm not playing my old music. I got a whole new style now. What you just heard right now was the only reason we played it because my mom posted that. So
Yeah, that was a pretty cool.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah,
thanks,
Mom.
Pretty good.
Hey, Mom, what's up?
One of the funny things I like about, not funny things, one of the nice things I like about hip hop and rap is how funny some of the lyrics can be. I mean, they make you laugh, and they, you know, I mean, it's fun. It's a fun song. It's fun music. You know, there's some of that stuff. I mean, we're gonna go real old school like NWA. That's a little different, but you know, which is making a comeback thanks to that movie. But I love the comedy in some of the lyrics.
It's just amazing how it seems like you guys take one breath and you can just spit all those lyrics out at one time. It just seems like you guys don't take a breath at all. It's just like
you take breaths, but
No.
it depends on how you record. You can record in takes, or you can record. Like me, I like to try and make it from start to finish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just sounds more natural. But cutting yourself off, you could edit it and you won't even tell. You know, and a lot of people don't like the in between the words. They don't like that. You know, so. It's all up to reality. What you're sounding, whether you got editing and
I got tracks like
six. The reason they can do that.
I got tracks that I got without the breasts in it because it's like a crispy song, and I got ones that got the breasts in it because it's like an intense song. Like you want to hear that.
in it.
You're like, like then they're like, oh, this dude's snapping. Like you just, you know what I mean?
Don't let them fool you.
Sorry for cutting you off, bro.
No, it's all right. It's from all the really large bong hits. That's why. Your air capacity.
I got bronchitis right now. So.
Yeah, that's all right.
You said you got bronchitis?
Bronchitis.
I know what it's like to pull 4-footers. I used to do that. Good old Brownie. Shout out to Scooty.
That's trippy.
Those are days, man. I used to have I used to go over to a friend of mine's house. It was a bunch of people lived together, and they had this 4-foot purple bong. It was called Barney, and there was 3 stickers on it. And the higher you get, so there was a ground like a landscape sticker, and there was like a sun sticker, and then there was a moon sticker. And every night we went over there, it was, what are we doing tonight? Was we going to the moon? Are we going to the sun? Or are we staying on Earth? So there's a lot of moon nights there. Trust me.
Were you in orbit? You're quite in orbit quite a bit. Huh?
I was, back then.
Yeah. I don't think he came down for a while.
I think he's still up there.
Shout out
every
to
now and
everyone
then.
in the world. Shout out to everyone using the healing of the nation.
Did you guys make it up the rookies for that reggae show they had?
No,
they had a Unity, I think was a band. It was a reggae band they had. That was their Thursday, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to go, but I couldn't make it. I had to work late. So
Shaggy was there, wasn't he? Shaggy got there.
Shaggy,
who?
The artist.
Well, I was gonna,
one of Ice's favorites.
It wasn't me.
I do like Shaggy. Well, you don't hear a lot of him though.
Not anymore, no.
No, he's really
He's still hot though. His name's still hot.
Well, that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with a one-hit wonder. I mean,
He's not a one-hit wonder.
Well, he had more than one hit.
One-hit wonder.
Yeah,
I take it.
Yeah,
I mean, at least he faded out in the good aspect. He didn't just do something stupid.
Right.
Like, oh, what the fuck,
Shaggy's got more than that, though.
Britney Spears fell off.
Oh yeah,
Britney Spears
fell off.
Got
from
all
that
the
dude.
Shaggy.
Yeah, he's
She
how
shaved her
many
head and
albums
she was
did he have?
fine for a
She
bit.
I was
bounced
gonna say
around
4 or 5. I
Same
was
asylum
thinking.
for a while. Yeah,
She'll come
She
back
fell
though.
off.
As soon as her kids are old and out the fucking door, she'll come back.
Who's
like
this?
Madonna.
Her pussy's
Who's
probably
this?
so damn stretched too.
Britney Spears.
Justin Timberlake was back in his car into that thing.
I'm bringing sexy.
Britney's got her own show in Vegas.
Yeah, I know.
That's big,
Well, that's the thing. That's why you don't hear her. That's right. She's making like $8 million
A show in Vegas.
Now she just got fragrances now.
Yeah,
That's just to support her
she
mouth.
has to show her up
after every
It's not
show.
dank, it's stank.
that's to cover up her roast beef Arby's sandwich.
Custom roast beef curtains.
Is that what you call them now? The roast beef
Flaps.
flaps?
The mud flaps.
Well, we'll simplify. We'll call it Arby's.
I'll give you a little odd juice to get that in.
Yeah.
So it's Arby's, man.
Oh yeah.
You can never keep
The
it clean on the
motherfucking French
show.
dip sandwich.
French
I
dip.
don't really fuck with the chicken pecan though.
Yeah.
So
So allergic to pecans?
it's a little saucy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had it. I
Yeah,
don't.
some people like saucy though.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty. I'm not trying to get dirty with my food.
Oh, that shit was dank.
A little too dank. A little too dank.
Right.
That's awesome. So you said you're leaving that area for a little while, but you'll be back, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, you can come back with some new hooks from another place.
What do you
You
mean?
can be hitting that Hawaiian dank and coming back.
Maybe.
Yeah. I got a feeling you're gonna get out there and not want to come back. All that good fucking weather.
Probably. Yeah. I have a feeling I'm really gonna want to come back.
Yeah.
You will. See some of rent is.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, let's see.
Question $12 a gallon of milk. Yeah, you'll be back.
Milk is $12 a gallon.
Yeah, well, when my wife was there, it was $8 a gallon. That was back in the early 70s.
Really?
Yeah, $8 a gallon.
Unless you had your own goat.
Now this is
Colored cheese.
There's nothing wrong with goat.
No.
It was very expensive back then. So
No, when you're young, you want to go explore and check out.
You gotta
new
do
places and
something
stuff.
new.
You gotta see what's out there too. You know, you gotta make up that decision whether or not you want to stay in. a certain
But like they
area.
say, you just can't forget home.
All right, so
You know.
Ice, we're gonna do a top 10 real
Oh, you're
quick.
gonna do a cost. of living.
We are cost of living in Hawaii.
Here, we'll just do Ice's fun facts. Here we go.
Fun fact. ISIS.
Fun facts.
ISIS. Fun fact.
Cost of living.
ISIS.
Is that today?
That's what I just pulled up. Honolulu prices.
As of today.
Yes. So we're go down the list. Give us some fun facts here about Honolulu, Hawaii.
Okay, lunchtime menus in the business district is $13.
We're looking at what around here, buddy?
Okay, and a combo meal at the fast food restaurant like McDonald's or similar is $8.
Oh, that's
For
about
a
normal.
combo meal.
That's about normal.
Well, Hardee's here is like $9.
Hardy's.
Yeah.
Hardee's is always more.
This is kind of interrupt real quick. I went to Burger King like last weekend, and I got my cap. And anyway, I ordered a double cheeseburger there, and it looks like they turned into sliders. They fucking shrunk them up.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They advertise those sliders.
That's because they're
They
putting
gotta
like
pay that minimum wage now.
Well, all that bun material went to those Halloween Whoppers and turned them all
Oh my
black or
God.
whatever.
Did you see that?
What
meme
about the
with
living though? The property cost though.
Did you see the meme with the porta potty? It says that bitch just got done eating a Halloween Whopper and it's fucking melted.
Yeah. Okay, 1 liter, 1 quart of milk, $1.61.
That's 1 liter.
That's 1
It takes
liter.
4 liters in a
Right,
gallon.
right. So
So
you
it's
take it
$5
That
a
sounds
gallon.
about
Yeah.
right.
So it actually come down since
Yeah,
she's there.
that's about an organic gallon of milk here in the
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely you don't want to eat cheese though in Hawaii.
No?
$11 for 6 ounces. of cheese.
6 ounces?
Is that real cheese thoa? That's not that oil.
Yeah,
shit.
that's their local
guess-
cheese. Local cheese.
I guess it depends upon if they're 6 ounces in the red, yellow, or orange, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, nice.
Those Hawaiians, I think they're in the red. Although those Samoan boys are pretty fucking big. Some of them guys are just fucking huge, man.
I'd be like a G-string for them guys.
6 ounces of domestic beer in the supermarket is $3.15.
Oh, wow. A pint of beer is like $10 then.
And a good table wine, 1 bottle of red table wine, good quality, $15.
That's not. That's
about
more
right.
regular.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that ain't that bad.
That's regular.
A bottle?
You might as
Yeah,
well just get a
one
bottle of
bottle.
wine and get drunk then.
Yeah, 1
I wonder
bottle.
how much a box of wine
Box of wine. Yeah.
Bread for 2 people for 1 day is $2.97, which is
All right.
That's not
That's
too
not
bad.
so bad.
A day.
How about a pair of
How much bread are
Levi's?
they eating?
It doesn't
That's a
say
lot of
where.
bread a day.
That's like low. That's like
12 large eggs, $4.15.
Wow.
Double.
That's
about
a
double
little
for
high.
white eggs. I mean, if you buy
Yeah,
organic,
yeah.
that's an organic price.
Yeah.
You know,
Free
free
range
range.
organic.
That's what I buy. $4.50.
And then
for
2
a
pounds
dozen.
of tomatoes is $5.32.
Wow.
It's a little high.
Something you can grow there.
Well, you
yourself.
figure they gotta probably export all that shit from the mainland. to
Well,
them.
of course, yeah, they don't
So-
grow that type
Well,
of shit
yeah.
there.
1 pound of boneless chicken is $5.52. So it's $5.52 a pound.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's expensive. That's almost like our beef here right now.
You know, Roseanne
That's fucking
Barr,
expensive shit.
Roseanne
Mhm.
from the Roseanne show. Roseanne
Yeah.
Barr. She has a macadamia nut farm
Yeah.
over in Hawaii. She
Yeah.
lives there.
Now I know pistachios. I love those. They're expensive as hell here. Imagine how much it costs, like for the nuts and
Unless
you know,
they grow
all
them
that
there.
shit over there.
Isn't that what she has? A pistachio or a macadamia?
I thought it was macadamia nut. I'll have to look it up.
I
when
think
he's done with that.
pistachios.
Yeah.
We all know she's a nut, but
I just
She's a
watched
rich
her.
nut.
I just watched her comedy special the other day. That was actually all
The
right.
newest one.
She's kind of crazy, but it was all right. Yeah.
Well, I
Wanna
guess
come up?
no. There's some stuff that's pretty pricey.
Is that it, Ice? Is that all? you
Yeah,
got
that's
up?
all it was.
right.
That's all it was.
Oh wait, there's housing.
Oh, how's it?
Well, you got to hit housing.
There you go.
You didn't have it scrolled down.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Well, this will probably make or break your idea there, Trent.
All right, housing. Monthly rent for a 900 square foot furnished accommodation.
Okay.
It's $2,474 a month.
Yeah, that's LA status right there.
no shit.
Utilities for 1 month. That includes heating, electrical, and gas for 2 people. $212 a month.
That's fun.
Yeah, she owns a macadamia
You don't need heat,
and livestock farm.
Yeah, really don't need heat. Just a kerosene heater when it gets a little chilly.
That's a
That's
little
it.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it gets
Heat
down to
with,
74.
The living though.
Oh yeah.
$2,500 just for rent.
Hey, that don't even tell you what spot you're in.
No,
You
no,
pay
this is
crap
this is
for
just
that.
the
They're
typical.
$2,500
this
a
is
month, you
typical
can buy a
starting
$500,000 house in Wisconsin.
So that's a fun fact for you weirdos
Yeah.
thinking you're gonna go move to Hawaii.
Actually, for $2,500 a month, you can buy a $500,000.
That's what I just said.
Wasn't that
That's
what
what
you
you
said?
said.
Yeah.
I thought you said
You can own a $500,000
Over here, you
home.
can have a real nice crib.
Yeah, right.
exactly for that.
700
Right,
feet
right.
of footage on a
Get a crib on
lake.
Camelot
Just
or
for you
something.
there,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
something,
and you
know.
said a pair of jeans.
Go
Who said a
for
pair of
40
jeans? What it costs a pair of
Yeah.
jeans?
Yeah.
A pair of jeans, Levi 501s or similar, $48 a jean.
That's not bad. That's what it is.
That is.
Oh,
Hell no, because 501s.
501.
You can go to Jeans.
Actually,
$25.
You go to
JC
Kohl's.
Penney's, aren't they like 50 or
30.
60?
No,
Yeah.
JC Penney's, you can get them for $32.
Kohl's, I think, for
For some-
32.
Which 501 just the
28.
501
standard?
standard,
Or
501.
stitch and all
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Well, they're all
JC
the same
Penney,
price.
because that's where I go, because I get buy nothing but Lee's and that's where I go is JCPenney's, and they're right around the 28 to $32.
Depending on the sale.
So they're a little expensive there. I wouldn't.
Is there a certain style of like clothing that you try to stick with?
Yeah, you said you wanted to be a fashion designer.
Oh yeah, we never got
One
it.
of my favorite brands is Coogee.
Coogee?
Yeah.
Oh, I never
Coochie?
heard of that.
What?
Gucci.
Oh,
Not Coochie.
Oh, okay.
It's just it's made in Australia, all Australian design and stuff. It's a really cold. It's cold, you know. Sometimes they go a little fruity, and I don't really like that. I try to keep it cold.
They still got the velour suits, the little fucking Puma.
You can catch
suits.
you can catch Notorious B.I.G. wearing sweaters from Coogee back in the
Okay.
day.
That's old school.
Yeah, and those are expensive nowadays. You want one of those, it's going to cost $400.
No.
$500.
Because Coogie's one of them companies that came out. They had a couple names wear it, and then they had it out for a second, and they fell the hell off. You know, and then they came back. They started coming back. They were like, "Oh, we got the hipsters.
It's about like
Get them." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring it back and call it vintage or old school, whatever. Yeah.
So what
But
you
Coogee,
said?
yeah, they just real simple. They just put their logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good quality though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Kind of
Just
like
like-
the old alligator crocodile that you'd get on your shirt.
I don't remember the guy's
You
name,
remember
though,
those colored-
cost?
You're talking about fucking.
Izod.
Izod, that's
Oh,
it.
there it
Izod,
is.
yeah.
but I don't remember the guy though. He designed the FU or the
Fubu?
Fubu, and now he's a billionaire. He's on the Shark Tank.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's a.
That's
big
the only way you found out
fashion-
about him? Is he
No,
was
no. I mean, I don't remember. Well, he's on the Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the millionaires or billionaires that are willing to give out money for people that want to start a business or start things out. That's going to make him money.
Oh, that.
But
I'm
he's
thinking- I thought
but-
you were talking about the guys who make like
No.
aquariums.
Aquarium?
No. The guy, the black guy that he's the one
Yeah,
that
I
came
know
out
he
with the
is.
FUBU.
I know he is.
And he's the one that patented everything. He designed everything like that, and he became a millionaire, billionaire, whatever the case may
I'll give him
be.
more credit if he kept the
But-
shit in the United States.
Well, but you got to go farther. I mean,
No.
you got to go where you save money.
They go there because the little kids are fucking making them.
Yeah.
I need some more kids to make my Nikes for me.
Why do you think they're like fucking $15 a pair for a pair of Fubus nowadays? They got some kids sweating his ass off, fucking
3
gluing the
cents an
soul
hour.
on that
Yeah.
shit.
It hasn't changed. It
Slapping
hasn't
the
changed.
soul on
You can
there.
be like meticulous and make your own shit.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Cut the middleman out. You
Right?
ain't got to worry about little
Exactly.
kids getting fucking
Oh.
run through for that shit.
Well, thank you again on air for all the shirts you
Oh,
got
no
up for us,
problem,
buddy.
man.
That was
No problem.
awesome.
Well, the only one that's wearing one,
Jackson
is
I know, that's it, huh?
We gotta treat this guy some good stuff here.
Oh, I got to stand up.
Yeah, you gotta stand out and show everyone. It's backwards.
Backwards.
Who's Ekai?
Now you said you were doing the vinyl print, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the vinyl cutter and all that. I had an embroidery, but it just wasn't doing the hats like I thought it would. So I sent that one
I'm gonna
back.
have to give you a sweet deal on some equipment because, like I said, I got some shit coming back to me, and I don't have the room for
And
it.
how much is it to make the screens? Because that's a little more pricey. You got to send off and get it made, or you
I
make
don't-
it yourself.
I was leasing the equipment out to an individual who ended up in jail, and I guess he's not coming out, so I got to get my.
So he's getting all his stuff back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
I think
leasing
it's,
it out.
I think
so.
most places charge like $35 to $45 or something
You
like
might be
that,
able to
depending
do it
on
a
how
lot
many
cheaper.
colors set up and
Yeah.
all that.
So
That's a 6x4 press. And
this
then
guy
you
that
got-
has it, you
it's
wouldn't be
got-
able to make some license plates to pay back?
All you have to do is put them on the shirt.
I don't know why. I don't know what happened. All I know is I
He
got
don't
my
care.
equipment
He's
back.
just getting it
As
back.
long as you get your stuff back.
Well, that's the funny thing about that is see, he ran into some trouble, and the place he was renting was a larger garage, and he was on back. He has got back rent for that, so he owes that guy some money. Well, the guy locked up the garage and won't give me my equipment, and I'm like,
That's mine, dog.
I own it.
Technically, it's not his stuff.
It's
Right?
He's
Yeah.
leasing it. It's
Look, he
mine.
stole it. What? He's already
Well,
locked
that's
up.
the thing.
Fuck him,
I
you
know
what
a
I mean?
few of the cops here in town, so I'm gonna call him up and be like, "Hey, you want to meet me over here? I got this guy meeting me, and he's not giving my equipment back." You know?
I hope Storage Wars doesn't go over there and they get it real cheap.
Yeah.
$30. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
screen
just
printing.
to throw some numbers out there, the press alone is like $3,500. The oven is a $30,000 oven that you put it on a conveyor and it goes through and heats it all and dries it. There's a flash dryer. There's everything you need
Yeah,
except for the
everything.
spray booth.
See, I dabbled in that screen printing for a while, like
Yeah.
maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, you did that.
Enough to learn, huh?
Enough to learn how it's working, yeah.
I think it's better off just going with like a cheap screen print T-shirt shop, right? Because I think they might have.
I thought about doing it myself. I thought about doing it myself and quitting my fucking
You can
job.
bulk,
but,
bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
in
that's a
asking
big
for
bump.
30
That's a
going
big
there
bump.
asking for 30 shirts, you might get a good deal, like maybe $100, $120.
Mhm.
By doing for
Well, that startup fee is usually what they nail you for. making the screens.
Yeah, well, for screen, yeah.
Well, usually you got.
It depends on what you want, I guess.
I do probably 2 different kinds, I guess.
Yeah, but you can make the screens yourself. I mean, that's not that hard to do.
I think it's
I
like
said,
an acid base.
For me, it'd be the
something they use
software.
to get it
Trying to
to-
get the
Bring in a
appropriate
USB,
software.
Yeah,
make
bring
the
in
hold up.
USB with your design.
Yeah, but you know when you always charge somebody just that fee to make the screen
The initial.
anyway for
Yeah,
them,
there's
you know,
a
and that's
setup
it.
fee for
Because
it,
then
yeah.
once they pay the setup fee, hell, that you've already got it, and they can have
Yeah, you can
hundreds
store
of
the
thousands of
screen.
prints done all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just can't change it up.
exactly.
I mean, if you're a
Exactly.
returning customer, they can use that same.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like-
yeah. Exactly.
That's what you want. You want to get those accounts, those people that use
Oh,
the
yeah.
same print over and over
Yeah.
and over again.
And yeah, buying better or
Yeah.
buying bulk.
And then that way
is
they
way
can
better.
buy in
Well, there's a lot
Exact
of
better deal.
Yeah.
there's a lot of local bands and stuff, you know, even just in the whole central Wisconsin area that are always looking for that type of stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
It's,
And there's
I call
not
it
a
the
lot
field.
of places around though
There's-
that do this stuff anymore.
Yeah,
Not
before
for-
I bought
not
all my
for-
equipment, before I bought all the vinyl cutter machine and the heat press and everything for it, the vinyl rolls and all that.
Yeah.
Before I even did that, I called around to a couple of these print shops and even down to Madison. And Madison was the cheapest one,
Mhm.
but even them, they were still trying to get $7.50 a shirt. You know what I mean? And I can do it myself for not even $3 a shirt.
Yeah.
You know, realistically.
that's the markup value
So-
to make the profit. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm spending maybe $1.70 a shirt right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Just
but
the
then the
vinyl.
vinyl, depending
But I
on
mean,
the
and if you
vinyl,
turn
I
around
use
and
for it.
if you turn around and sell the shirts for $8 or $7 a shirt, you know, you're still making that. You're
Yeah.
making that margin
Yeah,
back though.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for the vinyl or for the screening and all this other stuff. So you're going to be. You know,
That's
Well,
legal
these are
money.
screen.
Legal
but I know that's what I mean. But I mean,
Oh, yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
there's a
with
shop
it for a
in
long time,
also
man.
in the mall. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
There's a shop in the mall that does like $10 a shirt. You can
Yeah,
do whatever
right,
you want. You
And
know.
see, even if you go up into Walmart, you go into Kmart, wherever you're gonna go, a shirt's gonna cost you at least $10,
10 to 12 bucks.
You know, and that's just
$9.99 is
for
the cheapest.
that quality ain't even that great.
Right,
you know,
right.
they'll shrink up real quick on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably have some weird ass design, like a weird
Oh,
skull.
stick it
thing.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
And it's just the typical shit you see everywhere.
yeah.
You know, it's
Everybody's
not-
got it. you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
Everybody's got it, yeah.
I hate that when you walk around town, you see 5
looking at
dudes
the time.
wearing the same,
Same
shit
shirt?
you got. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, great, I'm
Yeah.
wearing that one.
It's like, oh, I'm not wearing Affliction.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not wearing Stolen.
Yeah.
I've seen
You know?
that one where it's attempting the care loading. I've seen that shirt like 10 different times.
Yeah.
My kid had one, got given to him for like his birthday present from a buddy of his. It's like,
Mhm.
well, you can give that away. There's
Yeah.
so many people.
Well, I might have to do a little more research into it. You know, I did screen printing in high school, but then I kind of left it and went and did my airbrushing because that was something I enjoyed more,
Mhm.
which I haven't done much of lately. But I'm getting back into it. But
Yeah.
I might have to look into it and see what I can do for people around here and maybe just work from home. So fuck it.
I mean, you got the
I got all the equipment.
go over there and get the equipment, and
Yeah.
then you got the equipment.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it's a good part-time,
Yeah.
you know, on the side hustle too. Because I got a lot of people that come at me like, "Hey, can you do this shirt for me? Can you do the
Yeah.
my softball team or
Yeah.
whatever?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can do it. You know, this price or whatever."
See,
if
there's-
they want to order 100 shirt, if they want to order a bundle of 100 to save themselves real good money, they can go ahead and order themselves a bundle of 100 and just give me how many shirts they want, you know,
Yeah.
and then I'll do it for dirt cheap then because that vinyl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Well, that's the thing. Ordering the shirts, finding all that information. I got to put a business plan together. I guess.
yeah.
You know, I've been looking for a reason to get the fuck out of where I work.
Oh yeah.
Beep.
Yeah,
Expletive.
I had to cut all that out of the
I
trip.
told you I got the tattoo equipment, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you have it. I mean, I have it, but
Yeah, no, I don't.
who works up?
We work so well.
Real quick.
I can't
My
tattoo,
wife's
though.
gonna be pissed, but
Speaking of
I took an
tattoo,
apprenticeship.
I noticed his tattoo. That
oh, which one?
First one I think I'm ever gonna get. I don't have any, but
Which
the one
one?
on your head.
Oh, the
That'll make me look like I got hair. I like
Thanks, man.
that.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know.
getting
You
that.
have any more canvas to work with?
Yeah, I got a little bit. I got this rib and my legs, mainly
Yeah.
my legs. Yeah.
Is it, is it true? Is it really that addictive? Because I
Yes.
heard from Herb before, it says, you know,
It
the first
depends,
one I got, I
'cause
almost came in my pants. You know?
I can live without it. You know what I mean? Like I can live without it, but of course I'm gonna get it if I can. You
Yeah.
know, like
It ain't right, man.
Well,
but
he told me that same thing. I got my first one. I haven't got another one since. And that's
Yeah.
been what, 12
You've been
years,
talking
13
about
years.
it.
I've been talking about getting another one, but haven't done it yet.
Mine would be so easy.
I just-
You just take a little pin of ink and that would be
you just want to feel
Because
it.
I only have
Just
my
wanna
arms like probably that big.
Yeah, you don't have much canvas.
Well, me and my wife were getting into it the other day because now that I'm off, I'm about to go back up to California real quick, and I'm gonna get this chunk done
Yeah.
around my mouth, like
Yeah.
to finish the beard, you know, so I don't have to grow a beard. you know?
Yeah.
I gotta finish it off. I feel naked without it. Like that's the addictive feeling. Is you feel like say you got one arm done and you ain't got this arm done. Then you look in the mirror or you walking somewhere
and you look lopsided. Yeah,
like you just feel it. You know, it's not one side. No, it's not like a weight thing or nothing, but it just feels off. You know, so you of course. That's the addictive part. Is when you were like, oh, I gotta get this to even it out, and then next thing you know, let me hit the neck, the face, let me do the head. You know, let me do what I got. And she don't want me to have nothing right here, and I don't want to have nothing right here. But if they're paying me for it, they're paying me for it. You know, I'll do it. But this for sure, just because I got this and this, it feels off to me. Like I just want it right here. And
there's nothing wrong with
that. Wouldn't that hurt though, right?
Oh, I'm sure it's
there?
Gonna kill.
It's
gonna.
The
face hurt.
Yeah, there's a lot of little nerves throughout your, especially this area. You got a lot of little nerves throughout.
It's kind of like the triangle of death.
Yeah, right.
You know, put it this way, when he does get it done, there isn't no free mustache rides until it's here.
Maybe the dank will soothe it.
Right. Or infect it, one of the two.
His lips are like huge. Swollen.
No, but I mean, it only hurts once.
That's right.
I mean, unless you got to get it hit a few times. I already had the head hit twice, and
I haven't had anything. So I haven't done anything above the neck. But the worst part for me was on the left side of the nipple,
rib?
right by the rib cage.
The ribs are,
And then what sucked about it is I had dispersed pain, so the pain wasn't there.
Yeah, you feel it in your back. You feel it on the other side of your.
It felt like someone was taking
right
a
here on the
knife
side
and shoving it on my other rib cage, and I kept pushing into the needle because of it. So
I'm going sold. I got to get one now.
You feel like you're freezing.
But other than that, other than
because
that,
when I got mine though, I mean, it didn't hurt at all for the outline. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Usually,
but when they started coloring, it in, the one blue M&M that they started coloring, it seemed like they were just digging in. I mean, it felt like they actually were going.
Because the outline was already done, probably. The outline
had the
part,
swelling.
You already had that sensitive skin, and as soon as them, 13.
But there was just the one. But it was just the one.
Like a rake.
Right. But it was just the one M&M because I got 4 M&Ms on my arm besides.
Such a tough.
It was just the one. Yeah, but there's a reason for it though. But it was just the one M&M, the blue one, because I have the green one, the blue one, the yellow one, and
you got the
red one. Yeah. But the blue one, it just seemed like that was the worst. The rest of them didn't hurt as bad at all when they colored it in just that one. It was just that one spot. It was just the one.
To me, it feels like a sunburn.
No, it doesn't. Don't give a fuck. That's the only feeling. They can't really see. It's like 3D. They'll just fucking dig in.
Do you have any tattoos
right here? Yeah.
Did that hurt like a bitch too?
No, it didn't.
You didn't put it like a name tag on there, did you?
Going in deep. She didn't give a fuck. She was going in deep as fuck. Like, that shit kind of hurt, but it didn't really hurt. It just all feels like it's like a vibration, kind of like a little sting, but it doesn't hurt like a.
Nothing. Most people ask me, "Well, is it really painful?" And nah. Like I said, it feels like a sunburn. Yeah.
I've heard some people say they felt like they're sick to the stomach or they're gonna yak too. I've heard some people.
That's because they can't do it.
They probably popped the Vicodin before they went in there, just trying to ease that pain a little bit.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's just like acupuncture, You hit one nerve area, it heals another area. Well, if you're doing a tattoo, different people are different. It could.
Some people get off on it. Some people fucking hate it. Can't do it.
Change your pants, didn't you?
I always have Trippie every time I go in.
There is one though. I saw this one kid, and it says on YouTube, it's the worst tattoo guy or whatever.
Screaming.
He's screaming bloody fucking murder. Dude, touch me! I mean, he's
fucking
like,
not even tattooed.
And he wasn't even doing nothing. He's screaming at this guy. He'd go up to touch him just to go. He don't. I mean, he was fucking nuts with it.
Most tattoo artists would kick you out of the chair.
Yeah.
Well, but you gotta know. But you gotta know this kid though, because there's videos of that kid screaming and hollering at his family about all the shit. He's just that way. And I think that's what it is.
True story though. My brother does all my work. You guys know that already.
Yep.
But he was tatting this one rapper out in California, and he was one of them talker rappers. Just he talks about all this money he ain't got, but he's got it. All this stuff that he does that he doesn't do. Like
rich
shit
in
like
pocket,
that.
I'm
Fake
rich
rapper,
in the heart.
Yeah. Ain't living nothing he's talking about. And he came over one time and got a tat from my brother, and my brother was just barely drawing it on his skin, like because my brother's known for freehand.
Yeah.
So he just started drawing it with the marker on his forearm. He wanted it saying his group's name was Hog Life, and they were doing stuff, but he started getting it drawn on him. I came in there and I was ready to get roll up a blunt or whatever, and I just looked at him and he was getting it drawn on him, and he was sitting there like. He was just kind of like this. And so I looked down, I was like, Swift, you good, dog? And then he was like, huh? Out. And that was from a marker. He didn't get it out yet.
Oh my God.
He got the Sharpie.
Maybe he was fucked up or some shit.
No, he was sober. I didn't even roll that blunt yet. He didn't even smoke.
His body was getting ready for the real the needles.
Fucking got a KO with a fucking
He got a KO with a Sharpie. KO went down. Sorry, Swift.
There's a podcast. KO with a Sharpie.
Yeah. So it's a lot of psychological goes into it. So there's people that are just I can't take a shot, like a doctor shot, but they'll fucking sit through it. I fuck with doctors and tell them that all the time. Every time they like if I need a shot for something or whatever, flu shot or whatever. Oh no, I can't do needles, man. I can't do needles, and they're just looking at me like,
really?
Yeah.
Right. And then you got all these tattoos.
And this just started. You know what I mean? Like I only do this during the winter here, so they see all the ink when I go in there, and they don't know that I'm fucking with them.
The funny thing is like for me, I'll go in and the nurse will be like, "Are you okay? Are you gonna be alright with the needle?" And I look at her and I go, "I've been poked with more needles than a fucking cancer patient. I mean, come on." It's.
I've had my fair share of needles too, so it doesn't bother me. Not that way. Not under a spoon of white.
Are you a heroin addict or something?
Yeah, you gotta see the line across his belly.
Yeah.
Look between your toes. So I want to ask you one more question about your music. Is there something in your music, Trippie, Trent, that I'm trying to remember the name. I don't want to fuck it up. That you specifically write about? I mean, is it the do you like to write about dang weed or is it
more personal stuff?
Yeah, is it something that sets you apart personally
from everyone else?
Like if it's usually like the police asking me, like I'll tell them that it's just the music and it's entertainment, But I try to rap about stuff that I'm really familiar with and stuff that I know.
So you write what you know,
not a lie.
Okay.
I don't rap about lies and stuff like Bugatti. I don't rap
about a lot of people like to talk about accomplishments, or they talk about like conspiracies, or they talk about things that piss them off.
Like government shit.
Yeah, government shit or political type rap.
Yeah, see, because I just try to say that it's like a prop.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff's a prop, but that's just what I like to say for safety reasons.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to when you're in the courtroom and stuff, they
can still use it against you. They'll still try if they know you try. They know you.
That's what I'm saying. It's all like props, but I try to keep it real.
Yeah, keep it real.
It's all real.
That's good.
Right? It's good. But like props, like it's real and props.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people out there that they forget that everybody has the freedom of speech. Yeah. And any music, whether it's hip hop or anything, else, it's still part of that amendment that we have the freedom of speech. And some people take that so literally, not literally, or then they hold it against them. And it's like, why? Anybody can stand on a soapbox and they can preach and they can say what they want and nothing happens. Mm-hmm. But now you get somebody that sings about something that could hold them against them, but yet the freedom of speech thing doesn't mean a fucking thing.
No, it doesn't.
Now we're going to hold them responsible for it. And I think it's pathetic. Well, it's a double standard. It's a double standard.
People out there will judge you before they even know you.
Exactly.
Oh, you're saying rap.
You're a rapper.
Oh, you're bad news.
Exactly. Look at like Johnny Cash.
Some of these people get some.
Johnny Cash has got that lyric, I shot a man just to watch him die.
No,
he's never killed anybody, but everybody thought he did.
You know what I mean?
No, he didn't. Well, we don't.
I wouldn't tell him. Yeah. I wouldn't be like, that's fake. That's fake.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say that, but if it was for real,
Well, exactly, right? And then to him, if that's the case, if that's what you did in real life, and so be it. I don't care. But the nice thing is that you should be able to say what you feel.
Yeah.
And that's what
now you're a terrorist if you say something like that.
Right.
My mom told me this one thing, like they didn't take Bob Marley in the court and then charge him for shooting the sheriff.
Oh,
right?
You know what I mean? So like, why are they going to take me to court and use my music against me?
Right. Unless you do what unless there's something showing you.
That's like 6ix9ine with Delicious. That's a prop.
Yeah. We're not robbers, guys.
Our lampoon. Yeah, if you don't know, we do music too. It's not as good as your guys' shit.
It's more
we
fun
do parody stuff.
shit.
That's fine. I'll get on some parody stuff if you guys need me to.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm more about performing. Like after this vacation, I'm gonna come back and I'll probably be able to perform something.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're gonna work. I think we're gonna work on that.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Is I think we'll work on this this kind of hip hop festival thing, and we'll see what we can do and get it started out.
Well, I mean, it's not like we don't know enough.
We know enough.
No, we know enough people. We can get it going.
We also know other people that know other people.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's not what you know; it's who you know.
We know somebody's cousin somewhere.
We got an inner circle and inner circle.
You know what
So
something that's been itching me, and I don't want to get too personal.
Crabs?
Scratch it.
Literally, it's been not bugging me, but it's something that's been on my mind, and this might actually help. But I think what we should do, and I'm not going to get too personal. I don't want to talk about this person. I just want to say what I think we should do for this person. But I think we should do this, what we're talking about right now, is doing this show. I think we should do this as something to raise money for Tank, so he can get some sort of help for what he's going through.
Yeah.
Because
they have no idea how to do this shit.
What he needs to do is he needs to have a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say what he needs.
You're not actually gonna go into.
Well, he needs. Yeah, exactly.
He needs a lifestyle change.
He needs.
And for him to get that, he needs to go somewhere and get that under wraps.
Yeah. Because it's really
because the only thing that's going to help him,
right now,
the only thing that's going to help him is that lifestyle change.
Right.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm thinking we should do something in the as a positive aspect. We should try to get people to, to understand or know or what's going on with that. But also, I want to raise money for him so he can get that lifestyle.
Now, that's a good idea, though.
You know,
because there's somebody out
there.
there. There's somebody out there that could help him out and change his whole lifestyle.
Change his whole life.
It'll be a lot better.
Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a tragedy if he doesn't get this under wraps, because he's not going to be able to live with it for very much longer. And no, just like cluster headaches from what's his name,
Kyle Sparks.
Kyle Sparks and his cluster.
Yeah, because he had a big benefit called the Spark of Hope, and they raised enough money to take care of his trip to Ohio and do the complete surgery. Everything except for he's not covered coming back. Oh, everything there and all the surgery, and he's having a.
Well, fuck! I'll drive and go pick him up.
But he's having a device implanted in the base of his skull that's going to be hooked up directly to the cerebellum area and part of his spine, and this is all experimental. And if they turn it on, it could either fry him or it'll help him. It's one or the other.
Yeah, and so obviously Tanks isn't that bad when it comes to that, but what he's dealing with is something that's even worse, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, it's probably about the same if you think about it.
Well,
pain,
well, that's the thing. You know, he's dealing with something that he needs to help. He needs help with it.
It's just,
but you know, the worst part of this is
it's completely debilitating.
Well, you know, but the thing of it is that not a lot of people that know him know he even has this.
Yeah, because
there's a very few people that have it. We'll fill you in, but there's a very few people that know what he's got. He hasn't told a whole lot of people, and so some of the doctors that he's dealing with now, I don't think they give a fuck, because they won't give him pain pills for the pain. They figure it's going to be too addicting, and he's only wanting it for the addiction. So that's why he does what he does, you know, and he smokes because that's the only thing that he can do to help ease the pain, which is nothing, you know.
Can he get medicinal marijuana for that?
I don't think in this state.
Not here. You can't.
That's not yet.
Wait till 2016.
I mean, I know it's not legal here in Wisconsin.
I don't
know.
Yeah,
I think he's on his way out.
I agree with you.
Don't get ice going. Don't get ice going. We're trying to close it.
Yeah.
No, I just said I agree with him.
Yeah.
Walker's a dick.
Oh yeah, we all know that.
But yeah,
I think
that sounds like a good idea to do. We'll inform you on what happened.
I think our initial step into this,
because that would be a great thing. It would be a get everything together, you know, get people together like that, and then do for a good cause like that. I think that would be great.
And he loves that style of music.
Exactly.
Well, we could even, because I know, like Brian Van Wyken and the Ditch Runners, get them involved, because that's me, Tank, Brian, all even back in the day.
Exactly.
Like I said, it's not like we don't know people.
Yeah,
that's right. I mean, it doesn't have to be just
we
hip hop.
bring in
festival.
everything.
We could bring a bunch of different music because my neighbor is in a.
Well, we'll have to
band.
figure out how to call it, but I mean, it'll be some type of music festival that we can put together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Benefit. We'll
Yeah,
call it
well,
tanked.
well, it's a festival benefit thing.
No, we'll call it tanked.
Tanked. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Tanked.
I got it all worked out. in my head, trust me.
All right.
That's good. We're good.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So that being said, if we're going to take our step into that, I think that's the direction we should go.
Okay,
So
that'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Hopefully Trent's in on it with us.
You in on it?
We figure out all the details.
All right.
Yeah, we'll let everybody know.
Well, we do have to. We do want to close the show up. We got some things we have to do afterwards here, but I really want to say, yes,
Ooh,
Packers
Packers,
fucking beat the fucking Cowboys today.
No. Rams.
That's what you
That's
said.
what I
You said
said.
the Rams.
Look, my Madden's been right so far.
Yeah.
I'm on Denver, and we beat the shit out of the Rams. So
Oh, good.
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 We're
Good.
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 As long as we can follow suit with what we do with 49ers.
You guys
Oh,
got a
yeah.
Facebook
We'll
page?
be ringing the
Yeah,
bell.
we got a Facebook page and
Go
everything.
look up Dixon Cider Show on Facebook. Go like them. Go look up Meticulous. Probably got a page on Facebook.
Who is meticulous?
Who is Meticulous? Look that up on Facebook.
He's an Arby's winner.
You look up
Arby's,
Trippie
yeah.
Trent on Facebook. Like all the pages, man.
All right.
Let's go.
Is there any other information you want some of your listeners to go find out to try to get to know who you are a little bit more?
You got a website? Or anything like that? You on Twitter? You on
Email.
Facebook? You got any of that shit
I
set
got
up?
Facebook, Trippie Trent, and I got some YouTube stuff that's older stuff. We're gonna be coming with some new stuff. We're gonna be dropping a new mixtape or an album. It's gonna consist of me and my brother Ron Capone.
Okay.
Sweet. Is it IE or Y, Trippie?
With a Y.
Okay, good. All right. I was looking IE.
But everything that's on YouTube is basically when you're little T and little bro.
Yep.
There's nothing from Trippie Trent yet.
There's a little bit
Lot of stuff.
a little
Featured-
bit of features. a little
featured
bit of
through Ron
features.
Ron.
Yeah, but we can always
Yeah,
just throw the link up there. They can just see it.
I'm people in Milwaukee, people in Madison, people I do a lot of songs with,
Okay.
and I'm featured in a couple songs. So I love doing local stuff.
Send us your songs. Just make sure you email us your shit. We'll make
know
sure
we got-
put
we
it up
got
on the
one
shows.
right now.
We got one right now.
We got
So
one
feature
from
some,
Mom.
so.
Yeah, that was
one
an
for
older
Mom.
one.
Thanks, Mom, again for
You
sending
guys
that.
personally like the Dank Man better or that one?
I like them both.
They both.
I can't. I'm not gonna throw them.
They both had good beats.
Yeah.
You know.
What about the lyrics?
So,
Lyrics
what
are
about the
Remember, I'm an old guy here. I'm not into this new shit.
Yeah, but what
that's
about the
talking
lyrics,
either,
though?
so-
Yeah, the lyrics are good.
Yeah, well, I like the lyrics. Yeah.
Some of that lyrics made
Yeah.
me giggle too. It made me
Yeah.
laugh. You know,
In my opinion, the Dank Man probably better than the other one.
All right, that's cool.
That's older than you got the new Dank Man or whatever. So
You can
it's
see
good
that-
to see that improvement.
There's
You know,
no-
that's what you want. You
That's
don't
what I'm
want to
trying
be
to tell my
stuck
mom. Yeah.
doing the same thing you were last year. or
Exactly.
whatever. You gotta-
Or a couple years back.
You gotta move on.
spreading your
Move
wings
forward.
and you're experimenting.
Put it this way, you're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that's the good thing.
You got a lot of years ahead of you, so keep going.
You betcha.
All right, and, keep sending us your shit.
Yep.
We'll pimp it
No,
up.
it's not shit.
All right.
It's stuff.
Decriminalize.
I said
weed,
shit
too.
with a good progression.
Okay.
to it,
Wow.
all right.
I'm
Hey.
Dixon Cider right now.
Hey, JP.
I called you. What happened? I don't know.
You smoked too much
You
weed
just
last
wake up
night.
late.
Bugger.
I was running a little late.
We still love you, buddy.
Tell them we can
Here, I'll
come
call you
next
back.
weekend too.
Oh, man.
What the fuck,
Jay,
Joe?
don't be giving me attitude. Yeah, right now. You know what's up with that. Look, I had to remind you. I remind you in the text.
There you go.
Dixon Cider Sunday morning, 8 a.m. I ran a little late, but that was
You're good. You're good.
that was not too bad. Not an hour or two. What time is
Yeah.
it? Like
Hey,
10
it's
o'clock.
10 o'clock right now.
We'll get you guys back next week if you want to come, and we ain't got no guests next week. So
Yeah, no
if
matter.
you want to hit us, up,
And there's always an open spot if you ever want to come back.
Always.
Just let me know. I might stop in. I might do a freestyle next time or
We're
something.
here, we're here
Yeah,
every
we'll do it.
Sunday. We're here every Sunday,
Maybe-
so
maybe
you let
when,
us know when you want to come on.
maybe when you come back
Alright.
from Hawaii, you can lay us.
I might lay
You
it
gotta
on
ask
the
his
beat.
girlfriend for
I
permission.
might lay my vocals out on the beat, but I ain't.
That's what I meant. You can lay your vocals
That's what
out.
I meant.
That's what he meant.
How'd you take that?
I'm laying this out. I'm taking that.
All right, well, Trippie Trent or Trippie T, thanks again for joining us.
Yep,
And
tuning
I
out.
think it's about time to pull out. So.
All right.
If you want to hear more of a Circle Jerk Up a Conversation, go to DixonCiderShow.com. Follow and like us on Facebook.
Follow us on Twitter at Dixon Cider Show.
And go to Stitcher Radio app and iTunes, subscribe, like us, leave a review. And if you don't like what you hear,
Shut your fucking ears.